Yo, what's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to be playing my favorite minor rocket cycle deck in Clash Royale. I actually used this deck to finish number 10 in the world last season, so I was actually really happy with that finish, and I think it'll be great in this meta too, because one of the biggest struggles of this meta is definitely going to be the Evolved Witch for a lot of players, but Rocket is always able to fully stop it, and you just have really good defensive potential with this deck. It does take a good amount of skill sometimes to be able to perfect your defense, but if you place all your cards right, you can defend really anything, including like those huge Elixir Golem pushes and everything. This guy does have Sparky. We get some night damage right here. Obviously, pretty nice to see Sparky when you have a Rocket. Hopefully he has no random mirror, though. Okay, luckily it looks like he doesn't. Sometimes they just randomly will throw a mirror in those Sparky decks, and it can completely ruin the matchup for you. He's going to get a couple minion hits right there, but honestly nothing too crazy. I think we'll be fine. He's saying well played. I'll say well played to him as well. I don't know why he has a princess in a Sparky deck. Looks like he kind of has some Sparky bait deck with a few different bait cards up in here. I hope he has no barrel or something random like that. Sometimes they actually do have Goblin Barrel in Sparky, or at least they used to back in the day. But yeah, guys, this deck's defense is really strong to it, the Evo Ice Spirit and Evo Cannon. At first I thought stuff like Elixir Golem would hard counter this deck, but then I realized that I can actually beat those Elixir Golem players if I use my Evolved Ice Spirit and Evolved Cannon at the right times, because it kind of acts like an anti... Well, I mean, both of them kind of act like anti-swarm cards. Like, the Evo Ice Spirit's really good at stopping Skelly King abilities, taking out Night Witch Bats, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, Cannon is gonna... probably stop most of this Goblin Giant. You know, maybe I could have gone for my Evo Ice Spirit on the minions, to be honest, but it looks like it will still hit a few of them, though. That's actually not bad at all. Wow, that was such an easy defense. We can just miner on the tower, get a bit of damage back. Say well played to this guy, too. You just go for the Musketeer. That's not really the best for him. And we do have our Evo Cannon, guys, so it's going to be able to kill the minions. Apparently, Evo Cannon got nerfed a little bit. It was such a small nerf that I pretty much already forgot what they even nerfed about it. I think it was like something to the barrage, but I forgot exactly what they did to it. It's so funny it was so small that I genuinely don't remember. I'm going to Rocket right here. You don't always have to Rocket if they play the Sparky up high, but it's better to be safe since we're already up so much. Wow, he's giving up. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next match. Alright guys, we're in the next match. I'm just going to go for my miner in the safe spot. I think the best starting play with this deck is probably Spear Goblins at the bridge first play, but cycling your miner is fine too, or any of your cheap cards really. You can't really go wrong with this deck in single elixir. Pretty much any play is a good play. This guy might actually have an Expo deck, which is normally actually pretty difficult for a lot of these miner cycle decks in the current meta, because it seems like a lot of the miner cycle decks usually run Boss Bandit, and I feel like Boss Bandit is so trash against Expo. It's kind of annoying, honestly. Because it costs 6 elixir, and all they have to do is just go for a knight with their Expo, and they just completely wreck it, and you get no value out of your Boss Bandit. But with this deck, we just have the 3 elixir knight, which is also pretty nice because it's free to play friendly, so even those of you guys who didn't get the Boss Bandit leveled up, you can still play this deck and destroy Boss Bandit players. This deck does do pretty nicely against Boss Bandit, because you just have quite a few ways to distract it and tank it. You have the skeletons to pull it to the middle, you have the Ice Spirit to distract it, Spear Goblins to distract it, and obviously just sometimes the cannon, you know, you have really whatever you need. Ooh, we just go for the Evo Archers. It's actually a little bit concerning, not gonna lie. Oh no, no, no! Oh snap, guys, I'm so glad that we caught that knight. I feel like the main way that you can lose to Expo in this matchup is if they get really good Evo Archers in single elixir, which can happen sometimes. It actually has happened to me. Towards the end of last season, I almost lost getting a good finish because an Expo player got like half my tower down with his Evo Archers early on, but then luckily I still somehow came back. I don't know how that guy choked that, actually, from such a good spot. Anyways, I'll go for the cannon in this position. The reason why we go for the cannon like this sometimes is because he can't fireball it and either of my towers, so it's gonna always be on the map and not give him any sort of value or anything like that. Because sometimes they do try to fireball cycle you when they can't get their Expo to lock on the tower, so you do have to watch out sometimes for that fireball cycle. We do have our Evo Cannon right now, which is pretty good to see. We do get the miner right on the tower as well, which is nice. I'm kind of just chilling at this point. I can always rocket cycle if I have to. See, if I was down in damage, I probably would have rocketed right there, guys, because we do have the Evo Cannon. So when you have something like your Evo Cannon in cycle, you know that you're going to be chilling even if your opponent tries to go in for an Expo. But yeah, since we're already up, I don't really need to be as aggressive with all of my cards like that. He does go for another Fireball. I'm getting really tempted to just rocket, but I'll probably wait a little bit more and just see if I can get some more value. Honestly, kind of wasted Evo Archers if you ask me. See, I don't really need to Rocket Cycle since we keep on getting damage with our Miner here. I really don't have any reason to Rocket onto his tower. Sometimes they can defend your Miners really well if they fully commit to it, but this guy is doing kind of a sloppy job if you ask me. Well, I still got Miner damage right there, man. Miner's so good. I'm actually not going to Rocket this Expo because my Evo Cannon's going to just kill everything. He could Fireball. Oh yeah, he does go for the Fireball, but man, that's the oldest trick in the book. I'm not falling for that. Miner is going to get a lot of damage right here, so that's really good once again. And I don't really think this guy can Fireball cycle his way out of it. I think he just has to try to go all in at this point. Oh, the Spear Goblins do get on his tower, and it looks like he's giving up already, man. I just keep making all of my opponents give up, apparently. So, well, I'll see you guys in the next one then. Alright, hopping straight into the next one, we can just go for our Spear Goblins right here at the bridge. This guy does have the Ghost. I don't know why, but I've been facing so much Ghost today. I feel like Ghost is really one of the best cards in the game that nobody really realizes is really good. This guy better not have RG. I've been facing so much RG today with the Witch. I'm pretty sure it's going to be RG. Just seeing those two cards and the Skeletons, yeah. It's going to be RG. RG is just so no skill with the Witch, man. Yeah, it's RG. Can we just delete RG from the game, man? Or more so the Evo Witch, but it just gets... Like, RG's annoying, but then it's even more annoying with the Witch. I don't understand why we don't just delete the Witch. I don't know why they had to do another healing mechanic thing, man. It's just not healthy. I'm telling you guys, we just do not need any more healing mechanic evolutions for a little while. It really does feel so unhealthy, though. I swear all the healing mechanic evolutions always really do feel quite unhealthy. I mean, either they're unhealthily broken or they're just really bad. There's not really much of an in-between, it feels like to me. But hey, at least we're up a lot of damage to start out, so that's a good sign. I'll go for my Miner way off to the side here, so he can't really get too much value with like a Fisherman or something. I think it's pretty much always going to be worth it for us to Rocket these Evo Witches. There's not really much else we can do about them, guys, because even if we had Poison in our deck, it would just heal the Evo Witch instead of actually damaging it, so... Yeah, we just gotta do what we can. Hopefully he logs my Spear Goblins right here. That would be ideal. No, he does go for an E-Spirit. It's okay, though, because I can probably just get, like, my Skeletons on the RG, and he's going to have to spend his log on them anyways. Or he can go for that. That's fine, too. I'll go for this here, get this off. I think his Ghost is kind of just dead here either way. Yeah, his Ghost is dead either way. We can just go for the Spear Goblins kind of up high. Ooh, I think I should have... No, I should have went for my Evo Ice Spirit earlier. Dang it, man. I could have avoided like 2 hits there. I just was stingy with my Evo Ice Spirit. I like to save it for when I really need it, because it really is an important card to hold on to in this matchup. Okay. We do have our Evo Cannon right now, which is a good thing as well, though. Oh, the E-Spirit is messing with us a little bit, but that's okay. Overall, looking pretty good so far. He does get his Witch going. This guy actually isn't playing a crazy amount of Witches in this match, it looks like, which is kind of surprising. That is a free Rocket, but the RG is still going to be healthy, and I have not much for this. So now I think I'm dead. Oh my gosh, the Witch is so annoying! The Witch is actually so annoying. I blame the Witch for all of this. Everything that's happening, I blame the Witch for it, man. We do get 1 Spear Goblin on the tower, man. That's worth it, man. This is what I grinded for, that 1 Spear Goblin. I'm actually going to just go for this right here, just to keep that RG kind of in the range of the Rocket. I think that's actually quite worth it. Yeah, we actually fully counter that, it looks like. Nice, that was really good. Really good cannon placement, very, very smart with that. Miner does not quite get on the tower, but it's all good. Oh my gosh, not another Witch, guys. Oh my... Just take the win at this point, little bro. If you want to annoy me this much, just take the win if you want it that badly. Oh my gosh, Evo Ice Spirit hitting everything except the Witch. That was a terrible RG. Watch that still get a hit on my tower. Bro, that's still... No, wait, how did I take so much damage on the other side, by the way? On my right side. Did a Ghost really just take half my tower? Probably did. I probably didn't even notice that it took half my tower. I saw a Ghost was on my tower a bit, but I didn't realize it would do that much damage. These Witches are just basically free -1 trades for me every time, which is kind of annoying. But it's all good, I guess. This guy's probably going to go in for an aggressive RG soon. Yeah, he does, of course, do so. He's probably going to go for an aggressive lightning as well. Yeah, of course he would. Typical lightning on nothing from the RG player. And I get no damage. I can't even punish him for going for a lightning on nothing. Okay, I'm going to rocket here. Just because we can hit the ghost with that. See, I'm not really going for lone rockets almost ever, guys. But whenever I get some value, if they, go for a ghost or whatever it may be, then I usually do go in. I misplaced that. No. Bro. Alright guys, we found another match here. I'll just go for my spear goblins. Notice how I always go for them one tile off to the side right here. The reason why I do that is because they do get, I think, one extra throw on the tower that way. This guy does have the fisherman, so probably going to be RG monk, which is definitely not going to be an easy matchup. Normally, I would say RG would be pretty easy, but with the monk in there as well, it might become a lot more difficult. Wait, tell me I didn't miss that. No, there's no way I missed that. Okay, nice, perfect. We hit the fisherman there too. A lot of the time, guys, if your opponent goes for something like an E-Giant in the back or an RG in the back, you can actually rocket it even in single elixir. Now, if you're facing RG and you want to rocket it in the back in single elixir, just be a little bit careful because you need to have really good defense to get away with that. But if it's something like an Electro Giant, you can actually pretty reliably get away with it. A lot of the best players with this type of deck just rocket something like that in the back. He does actually go for an aggressive lightning there. Luckily, we do kill his hunter. Nice tower retargeting for us, I guess. We are doing pretty well so far. This guy actually might not have any monk in his deck. Yeah, I don't think he has a monk in his deck since he has the ghost and everything like that. So in this matchup, guys, we definitely do want to go same lane because whenever he plays the RG in the back, we always get a free rocket onto it and the tower. Unless he goes in the opposite lane, but yeah, we like to go same lane here if possible. We do have our Evo Ice Spirit, so I'm honestly not really particularly worried about this RG. Yeah, that was a beautiful Evo Ice Spirit. You really have to spam your Evo Ice Spirits in this type of match, especially if they have Monk. You have to get so many Evo Ice Spirits to properly be able to defend. Wow, look at all that Spear Goblin damage there despite the Ghost. Really adds up over time. We're going to have to be careful, though, because he's probably going to try to go for some random aggressive lightnings pretty soon here once we hit double elixir. So we're going to have to make sure we keep up with our minor chip damage and, getting our rockets off and all of that. I don't really ever like to rocket nothing, though. At least pretty much never. He does go for the RG in the opposite lane, which is probably the smart choice by him. This guy's actually not a half-bad RG player, it looks like, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful. We do block the Fisherman there with this Skellies pretty nicely. Honestly, my cycle is kind of trash right now. I have to just play my cards kind of into his stuff, which is not ideal, but I think we'll be okay here. Yeah, it looks like we defend that RG, and we don't really have too much going for ourselves, but I think we'll be okay. We could go for the Spear Goblins kind of far off right here, should kill the Hunter. And that's not too bad. We can just go for this right here. We even have our Evo Ice Spirit as well. I probably don't really need to Evo Ice Spirit, but I kind of need to cycle anyways, so I feel like it's kind of worth it. Nice, we just wrecked that RG. This guy can't really seem to get the proper push off, so we're sort of just chipping him out at this point and kind of just stalling him from really being able to do anything that meaningful. I guess I'll just go for the Spear Goblins right here, make him log that side, so now we can spam this side with our, Skellies and everything like that. Skeletons actually do get a lot of damage on RGs, guys. It's just that they usually can log it away and stuff, but if they don't, it does actually DPS them down. Oh, no way, my Ice Spirit just died right there, man. We still counter his RG regardless, though, so I guess it really didn't matter at all, but I was kind of concerned there for a second. Might have to get my Spear Goblins down. Yeah, I think I will, just to avoid any Fisherman damage onto my tower. I'll go for the Knight right here. You do have to spam a lot of Knights in this matchup, too, because if you only go for cannons, they kind of just end up lightning cycling you and getting double lane RG pushes and stuff like that. He does go for a lightning there, but I wouldn't really say it's that good of a lightning. Yeah, that wasn't really that good of a lightning, because he got a bit of tower damage, but that's really all there is to it. Wow, amazing Evo Cannon. Stuff like Evo Hunters can get hard to kill since you have no poison, but if you get good Evo Cannons onto them, you're going to put yourself in a really good spot in this matchup. We are going to bridge block this Ghost right here pretty much. We can even go for a cannon up high just to... I don't know if it's going to distract the Fisherman. Looks like it actually won't, but it's still not terrible. It's going to at least distract the RG. Yeah, look at that, man. Beautiful Beautiful defense overall. We could just go for an early cannon. I like to go for early cannons against lightning decks because either they get a -3 trade against your cannon or they just wait and let it play out and get its value. And this guy just wasted the lightning now, so he's not going to be able to have it back for this cannon right here. We can even just go for a lightning onto his tower. This guy spent so much on that lightning that I'm really not scared at all about this. He just go for another lightning, but skeletons do take out the RG. We take no hits right there. All we have to do now is just go for another rocket. I mean, I don't even need the rocket, but might as well extend our lead, I suppose, and that is good game.